What a way to start conference championship weekend. Friday night here, Oregon and Washington. Is that in bounds? He's in bounds. We're under 3 minutes. There's 2 something left. Oregon just went right down the field, down 10, and I think it's a touchdown. Look at this. Wow. Still in. He's still in. He's in my opinion. What an amazing play there. Bo Nix and Oregon are not out of this game. I had this game going to overtime. Oregon was favored by 9.5 points, and I was smart picking Washington. This could go either way here. It's under review. Here we go.
Continuing action with firm possession of the football inside the goal line pile-up results in a touchdown.
Touchdown, Oregon. They're only down 3. Will they go for an onside? They have 3 timeouts. So what would you do? Would you kick it deep, play defense? I wouldn't. But also I thought Michigan should have just went for it on 4th and 4 instead of kicking the field goal. And it's only a 6-point game, and then Ohio State had the chance to win the game. I would go, man, that's tough. If you do not get the onside, an onside is so hard to get. We got to make this extra point first. Okay, there's a clock issue or something. What a game this has been, epic. Washington started off with a 15-play drive that took 7.5 minutes off the clock. That's an eighth of this entire game clock for the whole game. It's unbelievable, but it stalled, and Washington's field goal was good. They led 3-0. And then 3 passes from Oregon, 2 pass breakups, including 1 pass breakup by. All right, so the extra point is good. It's a 3-point game live. 1 pass breakup by a referee. That big black guy that was in the middle with the camera. Man, if he got out of the way, it would have been a completion, but they had to punt the ball, and it was a 3-and-out for Oregon on their first offensive possession. Bernard for Washington then had a 30-yard return to midfield. Johnson then had a 16-yard run, Dylan Johnson, 9-yard catch by Polk, and then a PI on Oregon makes it a 1st and goal for Washington, and Dylan Johnson then had a 5-yard touchdown run. It was 10-0 Washington right out of the gate. Oregon on 3rd and 1, Nix ran backwards and threw it away. It didn't make it past the line of scrimmage, so I was wondering if it was an intentional grounding, but it was towards a receiver, so I will allow that. They punted to Oregon's 10-yard. Hold on. So here we go. 3-and-out. That was a 3-and-out. And then Washington had a 3rd and 5. Complete. It was complete to Odunze for 5 yards. They were now 4 out of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Washington was early. And then on a 3rd and 6, it was the end of the first quarter. So Washington really was hampered by the ends of the first quarter and the second quarter. They didn't have time at the end of the half with 9:06 left, but we'll get to that. Penix missed a wide open touchdown to McMillan to start the second quarter. And they punted to Oregon's 10-yard line. And then Tez Johnson for Oregon on their next possession had a 17-yard catch and run, and Nix had a nice run. And then he got some catches from Ferguson, Franklin, and Kelly that all got 11 yards, on average. And on 3rd and 9, it was offsides on Washington. So on 3rd and 4, that was incomplete too. the second Oregon player was hurt at that point. They started dropping like flies for them at that point. Field goal was good though. It was 10-3 in this game. Washington got the ball back, and Odunze had a 22-yard catch, and then a beautiful blitz pickup allowed Penix to air it out to Jalen McMillan for 46 yards. And the next play, Bernard had the touchdown. It was 17-3 Washington. Oregon had the ball then, and Washington's defense looked really good. Are they stealing signs? I don't know. I'm just kidding here. But they looked really good. Let's see. Where are we? It was a 3-and-out for Oregon. But then with 4:37 left, Odunze had a 34-yard catch. A reverse flea flicker to Odunze for 7 yards, and then McMillan caught and eluded. McMillan caught a pass and eluded people for 17 yards. Beautiful spin move. And then he got out and got 17 yards. Awesome. But Washington settled for a field goal. It was only 22-3 at that point. With 1:39 left, Oregon took advantage. Tez Johnson had a 39-yard catch and run. A PI on Washington was iffy. I'm telling you, it was iffy. It was uncatchable. But it set up a 1st and goal, and Ferguson had an amazing catch in the corner of the end zone. It was 20-10 at that point at halftime. Like I said, Washington could not answer. And then Oregon had the ball after that to start the second half. Jordan James had a 17-yard run, and then Jordan James had a 30-yard catch. On 4th and goal, Ferguson had a 2-yard touchdown catch. This was a 15-play drive that started off for Oregon, just like Washington had in the first half. So it was 20-17. Here we go live. There's 2:03 left. Washington has the ball. They need a 3rd and 4. And they got it. Washington only has one timeout left. He went out of bounds, so that saves them one. There still is a chance here. Oh, boy. So after that epic Oregon drive, Johnson had a 16-yard run for Washington. On 36, it was a false start, and on 3rd and 11, it was intercepted by Jackson for Oregon. But then Oregon, Bo Nix threw the ball right back to Washington. Michelle Powell had the interception there. And then Washington on 3rd and 2, there was a PI on Oregon that set up 15 yards, 1st down. But then on the next 3rd and 2, Johnson slipped and lost yards. And then on 4th and 3, Penix was caught for a sack. It was a turnover on downs for Oregon. Just a dumb play. I think they should have just kicked the field goal right then and there. Holding on Washington sets them back here live. Oregon then, Bo Nix, 44 yards. And Jordan James had a 6-yard touchdown. 24-20, Oregon, they answered right back. Washington should have kicked that field goal. Points matter in this game, and we're finding out here at the end. To end the 3rd quarter, Odunze and Culp had a couple 1st down catches, and then McMillan had a 30-yard yarder to end the quarter. Washington failed to open another quarter with a fumble, but it was recovered by Oregon. But Penix's arm was going forward, and it was batted down. It was obvious. Washington retained possession. On 3rd and 3, Penix ran for the 1st down, and another Oregon player was hurt at that point. 3rd and counting. And on 3rd and goal, Johnson had the touchdown. It was 27-24 Washington in this game. Oregon then I had a 5 and out. They got a first down after 2 plays, and then it was a 3 and out after that. They punted with 9:04 left in this game, and with 9:04 left, Polk with a great 26-yard catch, and then another one for 19 yards. Just a great drive with 5-6 yards here and there by McMillan and Johnson. Washington ate plenty of time, but can they get it in the end zone for the second score? For a 2-score game is what I'm saying, and yes, they did. On 3rd and goal from the 2, Penix passed to Moore for a touchdown, which made it 34-24. And as you just saw as I came on here live, Oregon answered that with a touchdown of their own. So it is now 34-31. There's still a minute 48 left in this game. Washington was the underdog by 9.5 points. I had them winning the game. Looks like they're going to cover the spread. Washington has the ball here. It's 3rd down now after a nice toss play. On 2nd and 17. They got 8 yards. So it's 3rd and 9 here for Washington. And if they get the first down, the game is over. I mean, that's it. Oregon only has one. Oh, the Oregon used their last time out as I was speaking to you. so good. Minute 9 left. First down, it's over. And if they don't get a first down, it'll be a miracle if Oregon wins this game. And that will lead me to my question for all of you. Is Washington number 1 now after this victory? They have the most quality wins in the country, 5 of them. If you look at my resume ranking, they were number 1 already going into this week. So after this win, do they deserve the number 1 spot? Which means Michigan would be number 2 or number 3, possibly, and play Georgia if they win. Who knows? I'm just asking you guys. Is Washington really the best team? You have to let me know. I guess Washington ran it all the way down and called a timeout with 1 minute and 1 second left to prepare for this 3rd and 9, because if they get it, it's over. And that's a smart play. It's a toss there. Johnson, oh, he's touchdown. Smartly, he went down. He could have kept going. Game's over. The game is over. So like I said, this is a great performance here. They beat Oregon twice. So Oregon's out, Washington's in. What number will they be? We have all kinds of conference championships games tomorrow that will help us decide this, but I would put Washington number 1 right now. And if Michigan wins, I'd put them number 2. If Georgia wins, I would put them number 3. So we would play them. But there's so many different scenarios. It's unbelievable. But Washington is in. They're in. The first one in. What a game this was, though. Another 3-point loss to Washington for Oregon here. There are only 2 losses of this season. Man, it was an epic game. This will be an instant classic. Thank you for watching, everybody. Stay tuned for the rest of the games. Look at my picks. They're doing pretty good so far. And have a great night, everybody. But go blue always.